Hey, it's JB Moore here. You're on the Off the Ball League of Ireland podcast from Marconi House in Dublin, and we're very happy to welcome James Finnerty from Bohemians to studio. James, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Jamie. Thank you. Thanks for having me in.
Firstly, a well-deserved rest on Monday, a League Cup win over Cabinteely, but you've started every league game so far, so you had a little rest?
Yeah, it's been a good start. I've been enjoying my time back home at Bowes. It's a good start to the season. We had there was a strong squad playing against Cabinteely. Had a good win to progress to the quarterfinals of the EA Sports Cup. So yeah, it's been a good start and I'm enjoying it. Yeah,
for you, having played every game, and it's kind of your first real experience of senior football, was it nice not to have to play on Monday with a big game coming up this Friday and a massive game obviously against Pats last Friday too?
Yeah, it was nice. I was actually struggling with a bit of a hip injury Monday, I didn't train with the lads, so it was great to have the rest, extra day recovery with the big game against Sligo on Saturday, and after such a good win against Pats on Friday night, so it was good.
How have you found your League of Ireland experience overall so far? You signed for Bowes, obviously coming home from the UK around Christmas time, and you've been in the team and the team's been doing well, but how have you found it personally?
Yeah, I found it at the start with pre-season and that it was just tough to readjust or whatever, but I felt during pre-season getting the games under my belt and then starting the league, getting a run of games, I've been feeling comfortable, and all the lads have been great welcoming me into the team. That's why it's been a great start. The mood in the camp's been very good, and we're looking forward to the tough games coming up.
Yeah, I suppose, given you've been in the UK with Aston Villa and with Rochdale, kind of underage and not played too much men's football, to actually have been put straight in the team and have played every game, that must be a massive boost to you,
Yeah, it is a massive confidence boost. The trust that Keith Long's put in me, and I feel that I've been doing well in the team, and I'm very happy to be playing every game of that, and hopefully I can keep it up. And especially when I was in Rochdale, I wasn't really getting much of a look in with the first team. It was frustrating, and then at Villa obviously I wasn't playing men's football, it was just 23s and with the U team, so yeah, I'm very happy to be playing now.
What are the main adaptations you've had to make from being an academy footballer to playing senior games and games that matter? That's often a criticism in England, that 23s and 18s, there's nothing kind of on them, whereas here, as you've seen, the crowds and the passion people have for this league.
Yeah, it's a lot different than over in England. Obviously, I would have played in Villa for 3 years, and you'd be going out playing, it wouldn't mean as much, you'd be more or less going out to play, pass the ball, and it wouldn't really matter if you won or not. But with these games now at Bowes, they're very good. You have 3,000 plus fans at every game, nearly. The fans have been unbelievable. It's just a lot more competitive, and it's a lot better for me, I think, yeah.
How have you enjoyed the crowds? And we had a debate recently on this podcast about crowds being up, and Matt Devaney from Bowes was on about trying to get more people into Dalymount if it's possible with the arrangements with the stands, because every game is being sold out for you guys, and for you again playing in front of proper crowds for the first time, how has that been?
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. The crowd, I think even the Finn Harps game was sold out. I think nearly every game's been sold out. The fans have been unbelievable, even away down at Cork, away at UCD, they're unbelievable. So it's different for me. Obviously when I was in England and playing 23s, you'd be playing in front of 200-300 fans every game, but the atmosphere so far from the fans has been unbelievable. They're like a extra man for us. Do you mean it motivates you going out playing in front of a sellout? It's very good.
Will you tell whoever Snapchatting you that you're on a podcast, please? James Finnerty's phoning one. You can turn it on silent there for us. Yeah, you're on the Off the Ball League of Ireland podcast. It's Jamie Moore here with James Finnerty from Bowes, who's played in every game so far for Bowes, and they've had a really good start to the season as well, including 2 derby wins at home we see there in action against Cork City, but 2 derby wins at home against Rovers and against Pats in front of huge crowds too. You couldn't wish for more in terms of being a Bowes player and winning those derbies, and especially with the home crowd, the main stand there full, and the away stand behind the goal full, but 900 as well. So it's a real, on that side of the pitch, certainly a cauldron to play in, and to win those 2 derbies has been great.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. The 2 derbies, obviously the first game against Rovers was a great result. That was my first taste of the Dublin derby, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was a great game to play in. Obviously, when I signed, they were the games you'd look forward to, and the lads in the change room were all on about it, and it was great to get the win in it. And obviously with the Pats game as well, it was another tough game, and it was a good result. 2 clean sheets from them games, and then 2 wins, so that's all you can really ask for. It's been a good start.
Yeah, speaking of the clean sheets, you played beside Rob Cornwall, who's done really well this season, and James Talbot, I think, has the most clean sheets of any goalkeeper in the league so far. How has that been, and the fact that you and James are new, the influence that Rob has had, who like is in his mid-20s but is an experienced player, and you can even see when you're playing with him, like he just talks through the whole game, which I'm sure has been a big help to you, and James behind you.
Yeah, definitely. Rob has helped me a lot. He's a very good player. He's a leader. Like, he's great to play with. He's always at me, always talking to me. If I make a mistake or whatever, he's always just, don't worry about it, like, get the next. Like, he's really good to play with. Then James has come in and has been unbelievable as well. He's a lot of talking as well from him, that he helps a lot. So yeah, it's just been, I've been enjoying playing alongside them. Even the back five, Dara and Detzer. It's a strong, decent, good back five. Like, so we haven't been leaking much goals. Don't think we've conceded from open play yet. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and like from that point of view as well, being a younger player to have, and I think, have you been playing left centre back? Left
centre back, yeah.
But you're right footed?
Yeah, right footed, yeah.
Did I hear you prefer left centre back, even though you were right footed, or because?
No, I probably would prefer right centre back. Even though when I was at Belvo for the 6 years, I would have normally played left centre back. But over in Villa, I would have preferred playing right centre back. Or with Ireland down through the years, I would have preferred right centre back. Yeah,
because it's interesting that you at left centre back and Leahy at left back, who's a young player but has done really well, and then the two more senior ones, Rob and Detzer, are on the other side of you, but there's still been like a really good connection between that back four, and James behind you, and maybe Keith Buckley sitting in front of you, another experienced one as well.
Yeah, Keith Bucko was very good to play with, very experienced player. He's another player that's been very good to me. Like, he'd be talking to me a lot about the league, and before games he'd be talking to me about the strikers and everything, so he's been very helpful as well. But yeah, me and Dara have been playing beside each other. Obviously, you were saying we're young, but both of us, we've been doing well. We feel like we're doing well in that, yeah.
Bucko is also mad. Keith Buckley is mad.
Yeah.
And there seems to be a real close connection with the Bows group, and again, it's an adult men's changing room to be in. What's that been like, and being around the likes of Bucko? Keith Ward's another messer, but a great lad. Derek Pender as captain, and there's some other older ones combined with some younger players that are just come to the club, but there seems to already been a connection made, and I'm sure that the messers in the group kind of helped that.
Yeah, the changing room has been great ever since I've come into it. They've all helped me gel in that, and the banter is very good, to be fair. It'd be obviously different to when I was in Villa with lads my own age, so it's different. You're in with more senior players and that, but it would have been similar to my time over in Rochdale. But yeah, the lads, the banter and that is very good, that there's a good atmosphere in the change room at the minute. Hopefully we can keep it going with the results and that, but the attitude at the minute is very good, and the confidence among the players is very good. Has
there been many pranks played on you yet, or have you been spared?
Nah, not really, not yet, no.
Okay, well, I can guarantee you, knowing those people, there's one coming, so yeah. You better watch your back. Just going back to the games against Rovers and Pats, and mainly the Rovers one, because that was the first one, and that is the derby that Bows and Rovers look out for. How did it compare to what you expected it to be and what you kind of knew about it? Because when lads go to England, if we're honest, you focus on England and you look at England. I'm not sure how often you would watch League of Ireland games or see League of Ireland games, but just what you expected from it in comparison to what it was.
Yeah, well, obviously coming back, signing with Bows, I would have knew the Rovers game was the most important, like a massive derby, and playing in it was a lot different than I really would have expected. Like, the first 10-15 minutes was very 100%. There was a lot of tackles being made, a lot of just direct balls, and the pace was very quick, and it wasn't something I was really expecting. But obviously before the game, I was told by the lads and Keith Long just to be expecting it to be helter skelter and that. So it was a good game to play in, yeah.
And when we add in the crowd too, and how passionate the fans are in those games too, how do you try and use that to help you? I was speaking to someone yesterday about a crowd, and if they've been in a really good position and the crowd are roaring, if it influences what they do. And again, because you wouldn't have played in front of too many crowds, how when you're playing in such a helter-skelter game, and there has been red cards and stuff like that in those games just because the crowd is hoping someone flies into a tackle that they shouldn't, for example.
Yeah, you would be fully focused in the game, but obviously the crowd being there and that would be an extra motivator. We're playing in front of a sold out stadium, and obviously the away section being sold out as well, that you would be pretty much fully focused in the game. But it's great to be playing in that atmosphere and the crowds, so
And you've also had a chance to celebrate a goal at Dalymount. For anyone who didn't see it, remind us of it and your celebration.
Yeah, it was just, we were down 1-0 to Derry at the time, and I think there was about 15 minutes left, and normally I'd just go back, like it was a corner, but like we still had possession, like it was cleared, and I'd normally just go back to centre half, but I said I'd stay up, like, and Keith Ward had the ball and he just crossed into the box, and it just fell to me, right place, right time, and got my foot onto it, lucky enough. And yeah, I think the celebration needs a bit of improvement, to be honest with
you. You finished the ball like your main striker, Mr. Dinny Corkin, would finish. It was a great finish for a centre-back, like swept it in right-footed. I saw it on live scores, like it's definitely a header, but it actually wasn't.
Yeah, no, it was a decent enough finish. Some of the lads thought it was a toe poke, but no, it wasn't. It was the outside of the right foot. But looking back now on telly, I was like, at the time I was thinking like I was nearly going to take a touch on that because I thought I had a lot of time, but looking back on telly, there was two lads like right behind me, so yeah, I was lucky.
And is a James Finnerty goal something quite rare? And if so, you need to work on those celebrations?
I wouldn't know about rare. Like I would have, down through the years with Belvo, I would have scored a few goals or whatever, and at Villa, but yeah, definitely the celebrations would need a good bit of working on. Yeah.
What age are you?
I've just turned 20 there last month.
Okay, so tell us about your path to being at Bohs, playing football as a kid, going to Belvo, Villa, Rochdale, and now to Bohs. I'm always interested in the stories of people, like the fact that you're only 20, you have had a lot of experience at all these different levels so far. So bring us back to when you first started.
Yeah, well,
in Screen of all places.
Yeah, well, I would have
Mead.
Yeah,
okay.
I would have started playing the Gaelic since I was about 5, 6, and didn't get involved to the soccer till about 8. I was playing with Screen Tower, like the local club. We only played Friday nights, like for half an hour in an Navan in the MDL league, like, and then that was under 8. So then under 9, I actually was playing for 2 teams. I was playing for Screen Tower and I was playing for Ratoa Harps in the NDSL.
Okay.
Because Ratoa Harps wouldn't play till Sunday, so I was playing with Screen Tower, but we'd only play on a Saturday morning for like half an hour, and I played with Ratoa Harps on a Sunday in the NDSL league, as well as training once a week with Ratoa, and then we went under 10 with Screen Tower. We were playing in the Kells Blackwater tournament, and I think we were playing home farm in like the quarter final, and after that game the Belvo coach Simon came across and was chatting to my dad or whatever, and he said he'd like to see me come up training. So went up training on like the Monday up to Belvo in Fairview, and just immediately they offered me to sign, like, so I was delighted, and I was at Belvo for 6 years and loved every minute of it. Like, made a lot of friends, had a very good team there. Very unlucky not to win out in there, but like I loved 6 years there. I made some really good friends there. Yeah,
so you were at Belvo, and you know they were one of the top schoolboy clubs. You're an international. You're doing really well at club level. You're playing for your country, and then scouts start coming to games, and the opportunities for trials start to come. What age were you then, and what was that period like, you know, going from a kid playing football to realising, God, I actually might have a chance here to go away?
Yeah, it was a bit mad really, like say, when I first went up to Belvo for the first 2 years, like it was really just to focus, like I used to play right wing, like for the first 2 years. And
I never knew that, but now I do.
Yeah, right mid or centre mid, but I used to, like, just my main aim was to get in the team really, because obviously we had a decent enough side and I wasn't really thinking about, and then I got under 13 came and I got called up to the DDSL, so that's when you're kind of really thinking, do you know what I mean? Because I had to kind of give up the Gaelic around that time just to focus on the soccer or whatever. But yeah, once I got on the DDSL and the County Cup squads, then trials and that started to come, and then I think I was 13 or 14 when I think went on trials to a few clubs and that, and then got selected for Ireland at 16s levels. Under 16, and just before that I was went on trial to Villa for the first time, and they were obviously fairly keen, and yeah, I signed there when I was 15.
So what are you thinking at that stage when you're going on the trials and you think the trials have gone well, and you know there's like real interest there, but you're in school and you're considering moving away, and you've got lots of other stuff going on in your life as a young person, you know, along with this major opportunity in the football?
Yeah, well, when I was younger, obviously, I wasn't really focused on the school. Like, once I kind of got on the County Cup squad, I was always thinking, like, I might have a chance to get away, or, like, do you know what I mean? So, I was really just focused on the football, and once Villa had the offer, like there was a few other clubs that were interested in me and wanted me going on trial and that, but once Villa kind of offered me the deal, like I couldn't really turn it down. It was a decent offer and it's something I always wanted to do, like go over to England and play football, so I couldn't turn it down.
So you moved there in July 2015, would that be right?
2015, yeah.
Okay, so we're now obviously in 2019. You were there for 3 years and spent a little bit of time at Rochdale. How would you describe overall the English football experience for a 16-year-old Irish kid between then and when you came back?
Obviously, I've nothing bad to say about my time at Villa. I loved it. Made some friends for life there that I'd still chat to today. It's a very good club. Like the facilities there, like going and training there every morning was something that I really enjoyed. Then obviously getting the setback of being like not offered a new deal there was a bit disappointing. But then moving to Rochdale, I never really settled there. Probably after a month there, I kind of knew that I didn't want to stay, that I was unhappy. I wasn't really playing. I wanted to come home, like even going to training and that I didn't enjoy. Like I couldn't, like when we were warming up for training, like I couldn't wait to training to be over and that I didn't enjoy like my time there really. So I was just delighted to come home with that. And when Keith Long got in touch with me, I couldn't refuse to play. Like it was a good offer and something I was really happy to do, to move home and play with Bows. Yeah,
and so far, thank God, it's worked out. I saw a piece yesterday with Ryan Burke, who's at Birmingham, on the St. Pat's social media, and he's just been offered a 2-year pro contract at the end of his first contract as such, and he's in the category of a minority of Irish lads who do get the opportunity to stay after their kind of first contract of 2 or 3 years is over, and you'd be in the other category of the 90% or more that unfortunately weren't offered something. Like, what's that like when you've chased this dream for so long, you've achieved the first part of going away, you feel you're doing well, you're playing in unbelievable stadiums every week and at a top club, and then you're told, well, we actually don't want to keep you?
Yeah, I was actually told the time I was away with the Irish 19s, we had the elite phase out in Portugal, and I was actually told out there that I'd been released, not gotten a new deal, and at the time I wasn't really too disappointed or whatever, but it was just really, do you know what I mean, a few weeks later that your mates that you've been training with every single day and very good mates, you won't really be seeing much of them again. That was really the main thing, just missing all the lads. They've a great bunch. I was spent nearly the whole 3 years with every day, so that was really the main thing. Obviously I knew another club, or it wouldn't have been the end, another club or whatever would have been came looking, but it was just really disappointed with the lads. Had a great time there with the boys, and that was just really that was really the main thing.
Yeah, so you moved to Rochdale and then you decide you're coming home. How was the process of making that choice, and now that you've been home for probably 4 months or so, do you feel it was the right decision?
Yeah, I've no doubt it was the right decision. That I was just happy that I made it. Rochdale, it just never really settled. It didn't really want it to work out, to be honest with you. As soon as I was there, in training, I wouldn't really, do you know what I mean? I wasn't enjoying training and that, and wasn't enjoying my time there. So, I'm just really happy to be home now and playing at Bows.
So what's life like away from the football? What are you doing with yourself? Because you were used to being kind of a morning footballer as such, full time, and even though Bows train as often as Pats and Rovers and Cork and Dundalk, it's in the evening, so you do have some time in the daytime to kill. Yeah,
that's the main thing, to readjust. Just that I've been training in the morning for the last nearly 4 years. That it's different training back at night time, but during the day, I was doing a bit of work, but I'm not working at the moment, so I'm just really in the gym a bit or doing whatever to pass the time. And then obviously we'll train at the evening times up in Blanche, which is handy. It's only 15 minutes from the house, so yeah, I'm enjoying it.
And so you're footballing in the evenings, and you had a job that you're not doing anymore as well, and everybody speaks about England and the education and how good or bad it is, and coming back and trying to go to college or trying to do this, and of course you left without a leaving cert. So what's your thought process been about what to do? I'm sure you have an ambition to play full-time football here too, but you do have to have a plan, I'm sure, as well, to fill your time, get an education, get a job and do something as well as the football.
Yeah, obviously I don't have the leaving cert as I left when I was just gone 16 or whatever, but I was there was a false course that I was interested in doing, or there was an apprenticeship electrician that I was thinking of doing as well. So there's other options. So I'm not really too worried about I'm still only 20, so like I'm not really too worried about education at the minute. I still have, like, do you know what I mean? I'm just really concentrating on the football and see what happens, like.
So lastly, on the football, Sligo away on Saturday down the showgrounds. Have you been there before?
I wasn't at the stadium. I went down to my brother's game. They were playing at the Astro beside the showgrounds, but I haven't been in the showgrounds. I've heard it's a nice stadium, but no, I've never been down. Yeah,
so every stadium you go to is kind of a new place to be as well, which is something I'm sure, you know, quite interesting and quite unique. Sligo have had a difficult start to the season. They're a passing team. It should be a good crowd there. They've had a good crowd so far. So what do you expect from the game? And I think Bo's third at the moment, so to try and continue to build and pick more points up.
Yeah, I've seen actually they've had a decent amount of support. I think they've about 3,000 at most of their games. But yeah, it'll be a tough place to go. I've seen Pat's just got a late goal there or whatever, but it'll be a tough place to go. There'll be a good physical team, a few decent players. But obviously, as you said, we're up there, we're third. There's no reason why we can't keep the run going and stay where we are. So,
yeah, I suppose 9 games in, I'm just finding the league table here. Like, you know, when does it become more than just a good start? You know what I mean? Like, you're 9 games in now at the moment. Sorry, 7 games in. Shamrock Rovers have played 9, 14 points, so you're third. Like, when does it become more than a good start and you go, do you know what, we've actually got a chance here to really do something this season? Or has that kind of thought process happened already?
We've just really taken it game by game, like, but we're up in the loop for Europe, so like I don't really see why we should be expecting to drop off. Like, we've been playing well. If you look at some of the results, the teams we've beaten, so I don't really see a reason why you'd be looking. It's been a good start, like, but 7 games in, it's, do you know what I mean? It's not like 2-3 games, it's 7 games and we're still up there. So I don't really see a reason why we should be dropping off. Like, we're playing as well as most teams in the league, I think. So I don't see a reason why we should be like looking at like to drop off. I think we should, like, we're taking every game as it comes, and the confidence in the changing room and like the squad we've got, like strength and depth, it's very good. Like, so yeah, I don't really see a reason why we should be dropping off.
The Bows fans will love that.
Yeah.
James Finnerty, thanks a million. Best of luck.
Cheers, Jay. Thank you.